Hey everybody, usually I would do the intro for the Future Stars forecast, but we have no time to waste. I've got Mike Repole with me, hot in from the Keeneland September Sale Pavilion. I mean, my goodness, what is going on?
It's honestly really a good first look. I mean, there's a lot of prospects, not a lot of standouts. One just sold for 1.3, so I'm in between hips right now. We have a larger list than usual for book one, which is really, really interesting.
Well, the last I had checked with day one, you had bought into 13 yearlings, correct?
Yeah, we bought 13 yesterday, which is the most I've ever bought in book one complete. And today is day two, and we have a bunch on the list, and a lot of current fillies and a lot of stallions, and we vetted out a lot this year, and we're just watching horses go by and bidding on some and buying some.
Well, tell us a little bit about your team. Of course, you got Todd Pletcher. I don't know if he's going to be able to take any more clients with all the horses you're going to be loading into his barn. You got Ed Rose and you got Jacob West.
Honestly, we just have a fun team. Danielle Bricker just joined the team. Jim Martin has been with me for 15 years. Jacob West, Todd. I got some friends here. We're going partners with Vinny on some horses, but not all the horses. And Vinny's got a great team. But honestly, we're just really having fun and just really going out there. And everyone has their own special part, and everyone's opinion is valued. And listen, when we pick out a winner, everyone loved them. And when we pick out a loser, it was my fault.
Well, I love that. Well, let's talk about Forte, of course. Won the Hopeful. This is a horse that Todd had actually told me about on this show before he had debuted. I mean, you just must have been over the moon with that grade one win.
It was an incredible win. The Hopeful, he's training great. He looked great. We thought he'd run really, really well, and he actually really ran better than we thought. So that was exciting. When you talk about this, Ren, last year we bought two viruses. One colt for $900,000 and Forte for $110,000. So I'm telling everybody we bought two for $1 million, so I can split it at $500,000. But we got a hopeful one, and you really don't know. We bought the one violets in book one for $900,000, and in book four we bought Forte, who's the hopeful one.
I mean, it's really incredible too because he does come from a family that's already produced juvenile champions, folklore, essential quality. So I'm hoping you're thinking Breeders' Cup.
Listen, it's one race at a time. So he'll either run in the Champagne or run at Keeneland, and of course we want to win. I won the juvenile back in 2010. It was my first big win, and it really kind of put me on the map, and the family and the stable, and it's been a lot of fun.
We'll talk about bargain. Uncle Mo, you bought him here. Keeneland September yearling sale, $220,000, I think.
$220,000. I think he was number 1195. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty close to that, but. Listen, they can come in the first book or the fifth book or the sixth book, and there's a horse for every price range, and we kind of do a little bit of the high-low. I'll buy a horse for $100, then I'll buy one for $600, and kind of average out about $400,000 a horse. And I think the one advantage that we have is, we're trying to buy quality, but we're also trying to buy quantity, and we're buying colts and fillies. So yesterday was 8 colts, 5 fillies.
Goodness, and one of those, an Into Mischief half brother.
It's exactly what I said about we like to hang around the ring. That was a horse that we thought was going to go for $800,000 to $900,000, and the bidding was really slow at $300,000. And I kind of looked at Todd to make sure that we had the right hit number, and he ended up at $425,000. And I ran into 2-3 people on the way out. They said, "I can't believe that horse." I think people looked at that horse and said, "You know what? That's going to go for $1 million." Cross them off our list, and that's what we talk about, betting a lot of horses and just hanging around, and you never know what's going to fall at a certain price.
Well, that is awesome. What is it like for you driving into Keeneland? You see all these banners up on the lamppost. You see Nest. You see Mo Donegal. You see, again, Forte on those banners as you drive in.
It's just been, listen, I'm living a dream. I mean, this is something I wanted to do since a 13-year-old kid, and I'm here with like 4 or 5 friends, and we're going to steakhouses, and we're drinking, and having a good time, and we're spending, $10 million at the same time. So it's just been a lot of fun, and, I really enjoy the game. I enjoy all facets of the game, the buying, the racing, the training, watching the 2-year-old training in Ocala. So it's been fun, a lot of fun.
Well, when I saw you yesterday, I asked you how long you were here for. You said until the money runs out. Considering the wealth, I would think that you would be here forever then. But if everything goes according to your plan, ideally, about how many yearlings do you think you will ultimately leave here with?
I think between 100% ownership and partnerships, we'll probably be between 50 and 65.
Wow. Todd's been very busy.
He's not working that hard. It's like needed to win a little bit more. I mean, we won the Belmont, the coaching club, the Alabama, the Hopeful. I mean, I always say happy, not content. You can always do better.
Well, Ness, I mean, I would keep you longer, but I know you're about to go bid on some more prospects, but Ness, I mean, tremendous performance in the Alabama.
Just tremendous performance this year. What
Yeah.
an unbelievable filly. And when she lost the Belmont, I took that loss okay because I knew the winner. And but really, that mile and a half race really just took her curling bloodlines and made her probably 10 or 15% stronger. She's come back from that race and she's put on two performances that still give me chills, by the way. And she was the horse of Saratoga. You could say epicenter at her. And I find a spot in between this and the staff. And it's going to be a lot of fun watching her go against all the fillies.
Well, it's been so fun watching you, period. Thank you so much for joining me. And I'm going to let you get to business here because you did not come just to play.
Yeah. Thank you, Ren, and I appreciate you being patient for me. Okay?
Oh my gosh, you got it. Everybody, this has been an abbreviated but fun version of your Future Stars forecast live from Keeneland, September, where the yearlings are going through the ring. And hopefully, hopes are rising once they come 2 years old to see them go ahead and live up to the potential we're seeing in these books. Hope you had fun. Short, brief, but sweet. Talk to you next week here on the Future Stars forecast.